Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table. Today I'm doing a layout for Mix It Up Monday using this sketch by Misty Murphy, and I am actually flipping this sketch so that the photo elements are on the left and the title's on the right. I'm using this piece of paper that already looks very textured, but it is not yet, and so for Mix It Up Monday we add something to our paper, whether that's gesso, ink, sprays, texture paste, stitching, what have you. So I am going to add white texture paste. I chose white because the paper is already very busy and I just wanted something to build some texture but not add too much else, and I thought this would work. So this is just modeling paste from Hobby Lobby or Joann's, I don't know which. I'm using a cardboard stencil that I've had for a while with some hexagons on it, and I just added some purple tape so that I didn't accidentally get the larger size hexagons. I only wanted the small. I'm using this photo. I actually just took this photo on Saturday, so 2 days before this is going live, and that evening I printed it out and made this page. It went together pretty quickly, and I'll tell you the story of the photo as we go. I also printed out this photo. It's not one that I took, it's one from the coffee shop's website, and I'm using that for the title here in the upper right hand corner. And so I'm just adding some more of this. I don't think I kept it all in because after I cleaned my tool off and everything, then I realized, oh, I needed a little bit more. So eventually you'll see that it skips ahead and I have a little more on there because the photo, I wanted to cut the photo down, but it's just too big and I decided I wasn't going to bother reprinting. So here I'm showing you, this is from Dusty Attic. It's called Industrial Cluster 3. It's chipboard, and I am going to coat it with gesso. And originally I chose to coat it with gesso because I thought I was going to add some other color to it, but I ended up not doing that. I just left it with the gesso, and I like how that turned out. I have 3 or 4 packs of these from Dusty Attic, and I haven't used, I think I've only used a little bit of one of them, and I said, this is silly, get this out and use it. It's so neat. It adds such a unique look to a page. So I didn't even really know what I was going to do with it. I just took it all out of here, gessoed it so that I could paint it, which is what I was going to do, but then I ended up not. And usually, or people say that a little sponge dauber does better to do the gessoing. I couldn't put my hands on one and I had a paintbrush right in front of me, so I just did it with a paintbrush on an old piece of scrap paper and it seemed to do just fine. This might be the first time I've used this jar of gesso. I've never had any before. So I just stirred it all up, which I guess I could have cut that out for you, and started painting, and it seemed to go just fine. A few little more pieces to get out of there. And there we go. I really like the look of this old industrial piece. I don't know what you call it. But anyway, chipboard. So the story behind the picture is a couple weeks ago I got a text from a former student. He was one of my favorite kids ever. I had him all 4 years of high school. And he graduated from high school 2 years ago and headed off to college. And he texted me that he was back home for the summer working and he would love to catch up and invited me to meet for coffee. So we did. Saturday morning, we met for coffee at a nearby town and just sat for an hour and had the nicest visit. I can't tell you how much that text meant to me. So much. And it was really exciting to hear what's going on in his life and just to share that time with him. I hope he knows how much he made my day. And if you're a teacher, you know how much that text meant to me, and spending an hour together catching up with a favorite kid. And he's not a kid anymore, but he's still one of my kids. And though I'm not a teacher anymore, I didn't leave because of the kids. I loved my kids, and I miss them, and I miss that aspect of teaching. So anyway, I did some journaling here about him, and he's and some other kids I've had on pages before. I usually did a page about graduation each year, and he was one of the kids that I put on that year's graduation page. So I did the journaling. I'm gluing this down, and then I found some metal pieces from MK's shop, Some Assemblage Required, and I pulled those out, and I still felt like something wasn't quite right. So what I ended up doing, I cut the brown paper down, that background paper, and I added a grayish, dark gray, medium gray, I guess, edge around it, and somehow it feels better to me. It just didn't feel finished. I wasn't very happy with it. I mean, I love the photo, I love the story, I love those chipboard pieces and the metal that I put down and the background, but that brown around the edge just really bothered me. So I ended up cutting that down and having a grayish background to it. And I'm very happy with that. There I'm thinking I might use a navy blue, but I didn't have a 12 by 12 of a blue that was going to work well. There I am cleaning up a little bit. And here you go. Here it is with the metal on it and the grayish background. Thank you so much for joining me today. There are still shots coming in a moment. If you like this video, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you will. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.